Welcome back to another episode of Why Does This Girl Keep Watching TaiGL Like It's Her Full-Time Job? And yes, last week was absolutely insane for TaiGL fans. Like, first of all, the actresses in their Halloween fits, I had to physically stop and question my sanity. They are serving that hard. They really take Halloween seriously. And don't even get me started on the new episodes. Every single one I watched last week was top tier, peak cinema. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about the latest episodes, some fan drama, because apparently I offended a few Dangerous Queen fans in my last video. Love you though, please don't cancel me, and then we'll get into new updates and series news. Oh, and Yoko has a new series coming up, so are we supporting 9-Star Entertainment or not? Because I'm conflicted. There's a lot to unpack, so let's just get into it. Also, minor warning, spoilers ahead, you've been warned. Alright, let's start with Clairebell. This show, absolute cinema. Like, not even joking. Absolute, unfiltered 4K cinema. I waited 9 months for this, and they delivered. This one is such a palate cleanser from everything else out right now. It finally feels like we're seeing women-loving women's stories being treated as real, powerful, high-quality media. And Thai Entertainment, they're working overtime. From the casting, literal models in a prison setting, mind you, to the cinematography, lighting, editing, and direction. Everything looks like it belongs in a film festival. If Clairebell keeps up this momentum, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it becomes my #1 GL of the year, and only one episode is out yet. Harmony Secrets still holds that title for now, but Clairebell is definitely breaking into my top 5. And let me tell you, choosing my top 5 GLs this year is going to be a nightmare. We have so many great shows. If you haven't seen the first episode yet, what are you doing with your life? Go watch it, and it's worth every second. Now, some people like reading the novel first, but personally, I like to go in blind. No spoilers, no idea what's coming. Anyway, I just love shows that feel natural. That slice of life, cinematic kind of vibe. Think Flat Girls or How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. That Thai indie energy that hits you right in the chest. Chef's kiss. And honestly, Clairebell is giving me Flat Girls energy, and I mean that as the highest compliment possible. Fun fact, everyone's favorite grandma from How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies is actually in Clairebell. Yeah. I saw her in the trailer and nearly screamed. Like, no way they brought grandma emotional damage into a GL prison drama. Okay, now let's talk about the cast, because the lineup is wild. First off, we've got one of the most respected senior actresses in the Thai entertainment industry. And then there's Anne, playing the prison warden, another actor with literal decades of experience. But my personal favorite is Belle, who played Koi. Yes, Koi from Hormones. If you know, you know. She basically invented GL pain back in 2015. Koi and Dao are OG GL couple. And if she actually gets the girl this time, I think a lot of older fans, myself included, might finally heal from our collective trauma. The rest of the cast is stacked, like genuinely stacked. We've got a mix of seasoned actors and complete newcomers, and I love that. It makes me so happy every time I see new talent popping up on screen. And we've all kind of noticed a pattern. If you see a bunch of new actresses from small production houses, it's probably going to be a banger. And GL Shows proves it again and again. Look at the track record. Poisonous Love with Jaina and Ginny, Dangerous Queen with Noor and TK, Roller Coaster with Shelley and Pundao, Player with Ice and Mimi, and now Clairebell. And sure, there are more that I didn't mention here. All of them are first-time actresses, and they ate. Not a single dull performance. They're serving real emotions, real chemistry. No crumbs left behind. And hats off, seriously, to Devika and her partner, the masterminds behind this show. They reportedly spent 30 to 40 million baht on it, and they built the entire prison set from scratch. That's crazy dedication. I genuinely hope Clairebell sets a new standard for Thai GL, because if it makes enough profit, maybe we'll get even more high-quality shows like this. Thai Entertainment is finally treating GLs the same way they've treated BLs for years. The domino effect of Gap. The series is so real. Because let's be honest, the BL space, it's been heavily funded, overpopulated, and kind of samey lately. Meanwhile, studios are finally realizing that GLs can generate massive engagement and actual revenue too. And what's even crazier is how opposite this is from what's happening in the West right now. Over there, sapphic shows are getting canceled left and right. Every few months, fans are like, why do streaming platforms hate lesbians? And it's a fair question. There's clearly an audience, but the studios either don't get it or don't care. Meanwhile, Thailand saw that gap, literally gap, and said, we'll take it from here, and that's why they're winning. Thailand figured out something the West still hasn't. If you actually make genuine stories for underrepresented audiences and treat them with respect, they'll show up. And more importantly, they'll stay. And I don't know if anyone else can relate, but ever since Gap the series, something just shifted. Like, for context, I watched Gap while it was airing, so yeah, I'm one of the old fans. Before that, I used to watch BLs mainly for the crumbs of side GL couple, if there is any, the 5 minutes of sapphic crumbs in a whole 8-episode series. But this year, I haven't seen a single BL, even the onces that had side GL couple. I can't enjoy any other type of media the same way anymore. I don't even know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do know this. I'm just really happy I found GL content. It's been so fun watching these stories and seeing how the community's grown around them. This isn't just media anymore. It's a whole movement. And as for Clairebell, this one has been one of the most anticipated GLs of the year. The hype is insane. I think this show is going to blow up. Especially with all the new fans joining the GL universe, the baby GL fans are about to lose their minds. They are so lucky. They have so many shows to watch. And yeah, it's a prison romance. That's already a genre lesbians collectively adore. Also, quick pro tip, watch the uncut version, always. And I have not been sponsored to say that, because the uncut version is always better. So yeah, go give Clairebell a shot. It's stunning, it's beautifully made, and it deserves all the love it's getting. And probably more. Okay, let's talk about Dangerous Queen. Because when I said this show feels like a live-action Wattpad story, I was not lying. Episode 5 might be the craziest thing I've seen all week. I'm still in disbelief at what just went down. Before I start ranting, I do want to take a second to appreciate the actresses, Noor and TK, because wow, they went all in for this one. They are giving passion because whatever they're doing in this show, it's performance art at this point. They really said, commit to the bit, and committed. Also, I really liked the camera work in those scenes. That was quite different and very well suited with the whole vibe. But I honestly don't know where I stand with the show anymore. Like, I'm really trying not to overanalyze it just so I can actually enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm learning to find that middle ground where you can still be critical of a show, call out what's questionable, but also just sit back and appreciate it for what it is. I think I'm kinda in that moral suspension zone right now. Like, I know some stuff in this show is straight up wild or problematic, but at the same time, I can't look away. I'm invested, I'm curious, I'm side-eyeing it and living for it all at once. It's that weird space where you go, yeah, this isn't healthy behavior, but damn, the chemistry is chemistrying. Like, I'm judging it, but I'm also eating it up. I think that's where most of us are with Dangerous Queen right now. We know it's chaotic, but we're still showing up every week like, so what did Queen do this time? Yeah, it's hot, it's intense, and the real-life dynamic is even more interesting. Like, Noor's mom is so supportive in real life, that's the best thing I saw on X today. As for the show, that whole aphrodisiac plot was insane. And okay, genuine question. Can someone explain to me this whole aphrodisiac thing in Yuri? Is this actually a trope in GL novels, or what do we call them? Manhwas, webtoons. Because we saw it in Harmony Secret, and now it's happening again in Dangerous Queen. To be fair, I did read somewhere that Thai people have a long tradition of using herbs and even certain foods as natural aphrodisiacs, so maybe that's where it's inspired from. And I said this before in my Harmony Secret review, I was actually glad that show didn't go down that road. But then people were mad. They were like, we deserve better intimate scenes. Or they cut out the best part from the novel. And apparently, in the novel version, they do get intimate, and fans swear it's done way better there. Now, in my last video, I talked about some of the problematic things Queen's character does, and a lot of you agreed with me. But some fans definitely didn't. Some said I was reaching, or that I just don't understand how much Queen loves Bo. Okay, but since when did love mean justifying toxicity? Anyway, I did read all your opinions. Thank you to everyone who commented, even the ones who disagreed. After reading through everything, I kinda reached a conclusion. The people defending Queen's behavior usually fall into two groups. Either the ones who have read the novel or the ones who think, it's just fiction, it doesn't reflect real life, so it's fine. Male leads in dramas do this stuff all the time too. And I mean, fair enough, but here's the thing, I haven't read the novel yet, I will once the show finishes. And most fans haven't either, so when I give my opinion, I'm strictly talking about what I see on screen. That's why the whole, oh, but in the novel she actually cares so much argument doesn't really work for me. Because every time Queen does something questionable, the defense always comes from the novel, not from the show itself. Like, take last night's episode, for example. Queen was clearly being very aggressive, and I saw a TikTok about that scene. And the comments were all novel references. One said, "Those who read the book know that in the scene before this, Queen was fighting for her life in the car, so she was hella mad because Bo was being stubborn." Another said, "That's just her character. In the book she's dominant, used to everyone being scared of her, and Bo is super stubborn, so that's why she acts that way. So I guess to really enjoy the story, I'll have to read the novel eventually, because clearly I'm missing half the context." Oh, and another thing, some people were pissed that I compared Kem and Queen. And okay, I'll take that one back a little bit, because that man, he's a full-on psycho. Queen is chaotic, but Kem is the danger. Also, can we talk about Bo's mom for a second? Because I didn't think it was possible to hate her more until this episode. She literally got 1,000,000 and didn't even look at her daughter. Like, ma'am, your child is right there. I hate that woman so much. And apparently, we now have another mother who hates Bo too. Bonita needs a break. Give this girl some peace, please. I will say, though, the transition from hate to love between Queen and Bo could have been way smoother in the show. It felt a bit rushed. But overall, it was still a solid episode, and at least we finally got to see these women smile. A win is a win, and before I forget, I'm actually so embarrassed, because I fully thought Thecha and Mint were the same actress. You know, from Poisonous Love and Dangerous Queen. They're not. They just look really similar, and my brain short-circuited. So yeah, that one's on me. I'm sorry for that mix-up. And thank you for the comment that pointed that out. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about Dangerous Queen this week. The most satisfying episode last week has to be Poisonous Love. It was so satisfying to finally see the end of Poisonous Nam. That woman got exactly what she deserved. Huge shout out to Dr. Sita and Thecha for literally saving the episode for us. Those two are carrying hard. Also, I gotta say, I really like the side couple, Dr. Bo and Sita. I don't think I've ever said this before, but they make such a great pair. I really hope we get to see more of them in the future because they're actually adorable together. And honestly, I still think Thecha and Sita would make the funniest besties if they ever met. But at this point, every episode throws them a new problem. Dr. Prem was an absolute savage last episode. She really said, "Not this time. You're not manipulating me and getting my girl again." I loved that. Also, Pat seriously needs to get her health checked. Like, learn from Ayla's mistakes, sis. I don't know if they're hinting at some heart or health issues, but the signs are there, especially since her dad has heart problems too. So yeah, that's just my theory. I really hope she doesn't end up with more complications because we already have enough going on. The homophobic parents and that poisonous Thawat. Please, no more problems in the last 3 episodes. But yeah, overall, last episode was really good. The acting, the pacing, everything was on point. The next show I want to talk about is my safe zone. So I finished episode 2 and we're good. A lot of fans were like, let's hope Channel 3 gets it right this time, especially since this one's a big deal for the Lena and Mew fandom. And thankfully, they're actually doing a solid job so far. When I tell you I was having full-on gay panic during that episode, I mean it. The slow-mo shots, the hair tuck, the stolen glances, girl, the body wipe down scene, be serious. You just can't make a GL without someone wiping down the body of their drunk or sick girlfriend. It's basically law at this point. I know these tropes are overused, but they still got me giggling and kicking my feet like it's my first GL all over again. Also, that drunk makeout moment that Lynn conveniently forgot the next morning. We knew that was coming. But again, consent. Drunk people can't really give consent, and it's important to point that out. I keep talking about this on my channel because a lot of GL fans are really young, and some defend these moments way too aggressively. You can still enjoy a show and call out the weird stuff. It's not that deep. Overall, though, it was a great episode. What I love about my safe zone is how unpredictable it feels. Like, what's Lynn's actual goal here besides living her best lesbian fantasy? One woman's been waiting for her for 8 years, another literal model is basically stalking her, and then there's her trash ex who cheated but wants her back. And shout out to the editors, the pilot and teasers didn't spoil half the plot, which is good. I like that we don't know what's coming. I'm also curious to see more of Lynn and her mom's dynamic. And okay, Twitter fandom is so funny because I saw someone saying Jane's aunt looks suspicious. Someone literally posted, she's probably looking for gambling money. I think she's the one who planted that shirt because that last moment of episode 2, I was shook. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I thought they would drag that out longer, but nope. They hit us with a cliffhanger fast and I loved it. She didn't wait for 8 years. I'm really looking forward to see their transition from friends to lovers. Next up is Player, and anyone who said the show isn't that good clearly hasn't seen episode 5 yet, because wow, Ice absolutely stole the show. Like, I already liked her before, but this episode really made me realize just how good of an actress she is. The whole birthday celebration, Ploy inviting her friends, and that adorable sports day scene, everything was so cute and wholesome. Honestly, episode 5 is the best one so far. If you dropped the show earlier or haven't started yet, just start from episode 5. It's so worth it. Now, let's talk about Love Design. That latest episode was amazing and ended on such a wild cliffhanger. Of course, I'm still rooting for Rin. She's my girl, but I gotta admit, Aok Bob and Mind have some serious chemistry too. Yes, Mind betrayed her and never properly apologized, and we have every right to be mad at her for that. But the show's doing a really good job of humanizing her. She's not just the villain. I actually have a theory that her decision to steal her work has something to do with her father. There's definitely more to that backstory, and I'm curious to see how it plays out. Then there's Unlimited Love. Not much to say about this one. It still has the same problems I mentioned in my last video, but at least it's funny, lighthearted, and the comedic timing lands at some points. I'm mostly watching it to support Englot. I'm not sure if I will continue watching this show, since I already have 2 other shows to watch on Saturday. And yeah, I'm not really watching any of the new GLs that just came out yet. I'll probably start once I finish all the currently airing ones. It's kind of funny to think about it. Like, earlier this year, we were in a total GL drought. There wasn't a single new GL airing for months, and now there's literally a full week schedule just packed with GLs. We went from starving to feasting, and I'm not complaining. And now, Yoko's next project is apparently going to be Dangerous Love. The trailer's supposed to drop this month, though there's still no confirmed date. But honestly, reactions to this announcement have been all over the place. Fans are boycotting 9-Star. They straight up don't trust the company anymore. Like, they're done. No intentions of supporting anything coming from them. At first, I thought we were getting 3 new series with different couples, but turns out it's just Yoko's new series. And now, everyone's confused. Like, did Yoko actually know about this before the announcement? Or was she blindsided too? Is she being pressured into it? Are they just using her name again? The fandom is split. Some people are like, we'll support Yoko but not the company, which I get the sentiment, but it's kind of impossible. Because no matter how you look at it, by supporting the actress, you're still indirectly supporting the company, even if you don't want to. So yeah, it's a really messy situation right now. And on top of that, there are rumors flying around that GraceOaey might be getting a new series too. Something about My Sassy Bodyguard being adapted into a show. That post apparently got deleted though, so nothing's confirmed. I really miss them so much, I just want them to be back on screen. I remember there was a pilot released many months ago, but there is no other official update regarding that. Well, that's all I have to say in this video. If you like it, please subscribe to this channel, and thanks for watching.
No crying anymore.